Hey, what's up, dudes? My name is Peroz. Welcome back to more tutorials and things, and today we're going to be doing Black Ops 1 cinematics again. So I have done a Black Ops 1 cinematic tutorial before, and not that there's anything wrong with it. It is a little bit old now, but I've definitely learned a few things over the years that will make your experience a little bit better. So unfortunately, I can't supply you guys with the Black Ops 1 game files like I did with Black Ops 2. It's just how it is. Obviously, I'll give you all the commands and the mods that you need in the description. Alright, let's get into it. Not before I get into your mum, though. Alright, boys, Black Ops 1 cinematics, straight into it. So, a little file setup, installation setup, nothing special. So, really quickly, plutonium users, I have heard of people getting this to work with plutonium, but it is a massive mess, and don't ask me about plutonium stuff because I have no idea. I just use the Steam version. If you have a pirated version of the game, no idea if it'll work or not, couldn't tell you. So with that out of the way, I use the Steam version, and it works perfectly fine. I personally wouldn't suggest going out and buying the Steam version unless it's on sale, because those old Call of Duties are still expensive as fuck, which is ridiculous, but that's a whole nother thing. What you want to do is find out where your Black Ops 1 is installed. If you have it on Steam, it's just the usual Steam library, Steam apps, common, Black Ops, and then you go mods, and you drag this guy in here, which is here, which will be in the description. It is just basic but very good multiplayer mod. It just gives you bots that can that just stand there basically. The next thing you need is COD MVM. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with COD MVM. It's basically the thing that lets you take control of the demos, and you can skip through everything and slow stuff down and place cameras and whatnot. Very well used thing in the community. When you do download this, it comes up as a virus, and your computer may not let you download it. You just need to download it and have your Windows security open at the same time, and you just need to allow it real quick here as it's downloading, and you'll be fine. I know a lot of people will be nervous with it coming up as a virus, but it is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I had this on my computer for years and years and years and years. Same with the millions of other people in the COD community. Not millions, but you know. So after all that, we'll just get into it. Launch multiplayer. So I do have my Black Ops 1 launch in window mode because I just find it easier to, you know, tab in and out. You know, I can check my After Effects and see like exactly what sort of cinematic I need and things like that. So we want to load mods. Sorry for the flicker, that's my reshade. So if you click on mods in the main menu, MP Editors mod. Yes, real quick reshade. I do have an old tutorial for that. It still works fine on my channel. Go look for it. You'll be right. So we'll just go play. And we'll go private map. Yeah, so Black Ops 1 is an interesting one. It has a handful of problems. If I was to change this class, sometimes you get the downloading game settings like this. And sometimes this can take fucking ages. Well, not really a long time. It's like 10 minutes. So if you need something very specific for a cinematic, just let it do its thing. Go make a coffee. Go have a shower, touch some grass or something, and come back and it should be done. Well, mine just got finished. So it doesn't take that long sometimes, but sometimes it takes long, and it is a pain in the ass. A couple more fancy settings in here. We have the edit game options, which are good. You know, you change the time limit, game mode, score limit, etc. Headshots only, whatever. There is also lives and health options, which you can turn down to, you know, half or minuscule if you need like triple clad, quad clad or something, make it a lot easier. There are perks editors, you can edit the values of the perks, and there is class editor, which is something that I really wanted to talk about. It is super helpful for getting like accurate cinematics, because the bots that you spawn in with the mod, they use the classes that are there. So if you change it to custom classes just by left clicking and go edit, you will see all of this here. So you can change it from this team or that team or all, but we can actually disable all these if we wanted something really specific like this, and we could make one of them this and one of them this. And let's say we join the communist team, and we can change the whole loadout in here. And as far as I can tell, this one doesn't need to download the game settings, which can be a helpful thing if you've been dealing with that. So if you needed something specific, I don't actually know if you can do this like not level up. That would be really handy. I'm already leveled up because I took the time like years ago to do it. But maybe if you're not leveled up, try do this and see if everything's just unlocked. Yeah, no, you can use this without being leveled up, because I do not have any of these camos unlocked. There's even gold here. So if you need like a really specific cinematic, this is perfect. If you can't level yourself up, this is perfect. So let's say we were choosing communists and we needed a specific skin for a death animation. We would click on ops, it would go edit class loader, and the skin comes from your perk 1. And something really cool about this game is you can actually flick through each different skin, so you can see like which one you need. You can see the logo behind him. That logo will be on the bottom left of the Black Ops 1 clip, so you can see what team the player is on, who hit the clip, and then just choose the other one. But you can flick through and look at all the skins. So these are all the hardline ones, and then you can change to like ghost, and these are all the ghost ones. So it is really really handy being able to do this and get some really accurate cinematics going. And we'll just change this to allow player classes. But if you do need something specific, use that. If you're not leveled up, use that. I just figured out that if you're not leveled up, you can use that. So that's actually fantastic for people. So you've got all the maps here, all the DLC maps. I have brought all the DLC, so yeah, you won't have these DLC maps. Black Ops 1 is very painful. So we'll just go firing range, classic. We'll just get into it. So we'll just go with this class, it's fine. So if we jump, hold spacebar and F, that's what mine is bound to by default. You get this little cute menu, and you can go in the top right there, left mouse down, right mouse up, or middle mouse to select. So we can go add dummies on, and you just press space and F to close it again. The bots will spawn on your character model looking whatever direction you're looking. So if we go over here and we hold right click and press F, we'll spawn in a little fella. Alright, we'll go for like a little clat cinematic or something like that. And again, there we go, right click and F, just like that. So if I had the actual custom like classes on, these guys would use one of the said classes, at least the ones that they're allowed to, that are set for their team. Yeah, so these guys look pretty good. So to get a death cinematic, we're just gonna shoot these guys. If you are just catching these guys in the cinematic, because the death animations on this game are kind of arse, at least for when they're just standing there. Sometimes using a different gun, like a like a AK-47 famous, whatever, you get very different animations. I find with the sniper, with these guys standing still, you get like the same animations constantly. The one where they fall to our right, their left, which we will probably get for both of them here. If we don't get those death animations, I'll be very impressed. Yep, exactly. They all 90% of the time when you're killing them with the sniper, they will have that death animation, and it's fucking annoying. Obviously, to clean up bodies, there is no like clone or anything like another Call of Duty, so I just like to spawn in a handful of bots. So if you didn't know, Call of Duty, at least these older ones, only allow you to have so many dead bodies like on your screen or in your game. So you just spawn like 4 or 5 bots and kill them all, and it should clean up the bodies. Sometimes the guns do get left behind, but that's fine. So to actually start recording the demo, you can set it to auto record, but I don't like doing that personally because sometimes there's a long time setup. You'll just hit the tilde key to bring up the console, and we'll go / record, and we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do. And because I'm in window mode, you can barely see it, but at the top you can see it's recording. There's like numbers and shit going on at the top. You can barely see them. If you're on full screen, you can see that. So just shoot once, and then shoot again, and they had the same animation. Fucking fantastic. Not really. And that's pretty much it if you want to just like a death cinematic. See how they just fall the same every time? Oh, God, so painful. Alright, and then stop record, tilde key, / stop record. And then we can go / disconnect to get out of the game really quick. Alright, and then this is where you want to bring up your MVM. So I find when this game is full screened, it is really painful to like tab out, even just to get to like COD MVM. So there'll be commands in the description for how to get it out of full screen mode. So we'll go select the mod, and we will find BO1 right there. And it's looking for the game, and it's found the game. We go load mod, and you'll get this pop-up here. If you don't get this pop-up here, then it didn't load correctly, and you'll have to close the game and try again. There's a little bit of tips and tricks in here and just basics of how everything works. That's fine, you can read that. So now we can go / demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will load up. It's crashing. There we go. Now it loads. You can see that we've loaded in and we've got our little HUD here. I shouldn't have to explain everything, just read shit. So up and down is your speed, just on your keyboard. If you're running a really small keyboard and you don't have these keys, I don't know, hard luck. We can also change our FPS here if we go /com_max FPS. I usually do 120. For some reason mine defaults to 90 all the time, because I like to record my cinematics on 120 FPS. So we can turn this down or up, play, pause. F4 for frozen or normal, so frozen cinematics will just literally is what they are. They're frozen, they're still. So wait for the shot here. Right, we press F2 to jump out into the free camera. So F2 again to go back into first. F2 it says toggle view right there on the HUD. So something you might notice is there is a like depth of field enabled by default. This is very annoying. You don't want this. So open the tilde key again. We go /R_DOF _near and space 0, and now we get rid of that. That command will be in the description as well, so you can just copy and paste it, it's fine. Alright, so now we're flying around, and we've got our guys dying right here. You can also change the FOV does animate as it goes across the camera path, so if we go /CG_FOV, and we'll go like 50, there we go, that's fine. And we can start placing cameras. So to place the camera, it is K. To delete all cameras, because you can't delete them one by one, it's just delete all is L. And to play them is J, and you need to place at least 4 before you can play your camera path. So we'll just go for something really easy going here. Something like this. They fall to the right, maybe we'll go on this side. This mod actually has a really cool thing that the other ones don't have, and if you press F6 you get the rules of thirds grid. If you don't know anything about that, just search it up, but this can be really handy for helping you know, position your cinematics. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So we'll press K, and you'll see you get a little node here. And then we'll let it play a little bit. We'll go forward. And then we'll press K again. You get another little node, another little guy right there. Alright. Press play. Go a little bit more forward. And you can rotate with your scroll wheel here. Press K. Go forward a little bit more. Press K. Go forward a little bit more. And maybe end it somewhere over here. In the bushes. There you go. That'll do. So you can see our little camera path here. You know when you've placed down 4 because you actually get the red line that shows your camera path, which could be worse, but that's whatever. It's a tutorial. I'll press J to play it, and you'll see the game will load back up, or the demo will sort of restart, and it'll start from the first tick. So when you basically load into the demo, you'll load back in, and you'll be able to move around, and you'll be like, "What the hell?" But if you just let the demo play till it gets to the tick where the camera starts, it'll instantly pause and jump into the camera, and it will be at the correct speed. So if you have like a long demo, you can speed it up by pressing up on your little keyboard there, the arrow keys, and it will just speed it up till you get to the tick where the camera starts. And then you just press play to play the cinematic, and there you go. Not bad. And then how to record it, just use Shadow Play or OBS or whatever. That stuff is fine. And then you press L to delete the camera path, and there you go. You can start making your next cinematic. Also, if you hold Shift and scroll wheel, you'll change the FOV. But I like to be kind of specific and just use the console. If there's anything I missed, I'll definitely put it in the description. But I don't think I missed anything. There are small things like when you press back, it'll just reload like the whole demo instead of going back like a couple seconds, which is extremely painful if you're trying to get a specific cinematic. If you use a kill streak in some of the demos, it will crash the demo, like Mortar Strike, I know for a fact crashes the demo when you use that. Yeah, not too much else. It is a bit of a hassle making Black Ops 1 cinematics, but hey, at least we can make the cinematics, and we have this fantastic mod to do it. So I'm going to call it there. That's pretty much the basics of it. If you have any questions, drop it in the description. Make sure you join the Discord, which is also in the description. Fuck you. I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you learned something. Join Discord. Show me what you make, and I will catch you guys in a couple weeks.